Suppose that a 0.48 gram sample of water at 25 degrees C condenses on the surface of a 55 gram block of aluminum that is initially at 25 degrees C. If the heat released during condensation goes only toward heating the metal, what is the final temperature of the metal block? The specific heat of the aluminum is 0.903 joules per gram degree C, and the delta H of vaporization of water at 25 degrees C is 44 kilojoules per mole. All right, so the first thing I want to do is I need to get into the amount of heat that's going to be released during the condensation process, right? You agree when water condenses, heat is going to be released back onto that aluminum. Okay? So the first thing I need to do is convert the grams of water into kilojoules of heat. So starting off with the 0.48 grams of water. The first thing I want to do is multiply that by the molar mass of water. So 1 mole of water equals 18 grams of the water. At this point, the grams of the water are going to cancel. I'll be in moles of water. And now I want to use the heat of vaporization in kilojoules per mole to see how much heat is going to be released. So we'll multiply this by the 44 kilojoules per mole. I know it's negative because it's being released, right? And that's per 1 mole of water. And when I do the math, I got negative 1.172 kilojoules. That's the heat released by that amount of water. If that is the heat being released by that water, that's also going to be the amount of heat gained by the metal, right? So what's the formula that we need now? The amount of heat is equal to the mass of the metal times the specific heat of the metal times delta T of the metal. Mass of the metal times specific heat of the metal times delta T of the metal. Remember that heat, Q, is in joules. So I'm going to convert the kilojoules into joules. That means I have 1,172 joules of heat that the metal is going to gain. So my Q is going to be 1,172 joules. I don't care about the negative sign. I know the heat is being gained by the metal. We want to calculate out the final temperature of the metal block. So we know the mass of the metal block is 55 grams. We also know that the specific heat of the metal is given as 0.903 joules per gram degree C. And this is going to be multiplied by delta T. That's T final minus T initial. And T initial is 25 degrees C. So doing a little bit of the math here, multiplying the 55.9 by the 0.903 and multiplying it through the brackets, I'm going to get 1,172 joules is equal to 49.67 joules times T final minus 1242. And solving for T final, I get T final is equal to 49 degrees C.